Hi, I'm Scott Hill. I'm a bird and wildlife photographer. In this vlog, you get to see me visit this location at dawn and dusk. Same location, and the goal, the goal was to find owls or deer. Didn't see either one. I actually did see a deer at the very end. Didn't get it on camera. It was far away, and it just came out of the forest line and turned around back into the forest. But I did run into some red-winged blackbirds during this beautiful golden light in the morning, and then shortly after ran into a pair of northern flickers, almost said pintails, northern flickers, and then at the end at dusk I ran into this red-tailed hawk perched a bit high. No, I don't know about photos. Would have been great. I didn't get any photos anyway. But able to capture on video with this just beautiful golden light right on this red-tailed hawk. And then at the end of this vlog, I'll be using 2 photos as examples to share my thoughts and process of editing. If you see my last vlog, I used seven photos, and that took longer than I thought. So I'm gonna work on focusing probably 2 to 4 photos instead to use as examples. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. It is just about sunrise. It's pretty cold out. It's in the 30s. I always forget my gloves. I don't know why, and I've been pretty bad at that this year. I'm in an area that's known for owls, based on the reports. And it looks like there could be owls for sure around here. I have seen deer before in the past, so it'd be pretty cool if I see some of those. But yeah, I was gonna look for owls, deer, whoever decides to show up. And then there's a trail to head down to the beach, so I'll go for some shorebirds. So yeah, let's go look around. Love watching the sunrise. Found some red-winged blackbirds, and there's a robin or two mixed with them too. Those two kind of birds. So far I'm aware of. Oh, they're flying. Look at that. So I'm getting some photos, trying to get some video. So I'm gonna be a little bit patient here with this golden light. See what I can get. I've been watching this pair of northern flickers clean themselves. One just took off, and the other one just flew closer to the next tree, closer to me, right up there. And it's still cleaning, just chilling. Pretty cool. It is definitely a beautiful morning, that's for sure. Hoping to, when I first got here, I was hoping to hear some hoots, you know, before the sun rose, but never happened. So I think there's probably like 10 mallards over there on the grass, walking kind of towards me. Yeah. Anyway, this northern flicker is not quite in a good light position now. Even though it's closer, maybe I can move a little, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to head to the beach, see what's there for shorebirds. The light is getting a bit harsh, but I'll just go for it anyway, see how everything turns out. Maybe the trail to the beach will have an owl there. If not, it doesn't. But yeah, I'm gonna go for it, head to the beach, and maybe, might be a little too late for harlequin ducks, but that'd be pretty cool if I see some there. I have seen seals at this location, so maybe there'll be some seals. So yeah, let's find out. Alright, I'm on the trail now, heading to the beach, hoping to see something in here. We'll see. I switched to my monopod, so any more videos is gonna not be as still. There's gonna be some shakiness. Yeah, let's hope I see something. Alright, I made it. The water's pretty rough, which isn't good. I've seen worse though. So yeah, I see horned grebe. That's it so far, but the horned grebe is like right in front of me. And now since I saw him, he's going away, swimming away from me. But I'm gonna walk down the beach and see what shows up, and hopefully it'll be cooperative. All right, I've got a bald eagle up top here. Okay, I'm going to call it. It's pretty dead. It's pretty slow. The only birds I've seen are kind of far out. Yeah, I did see a seal for a moment pop his head out. There was a common loon, and then it took off. The reason why it's probably slow is because it's high tide. It's actually a lot better when the tide starts gone down, maybe about halfway, however it's supposed to, how far down it's supposed to go. So probably wherever that halfway point is much better. So I'm thinking about coming back, not to the beach, but I do want to go back to where I was earlier and try to find owls. Hopefully I'll get some luck. And I'm probably gonna get there probably an hour and a half before dusk, and maybe deer. I'll take deer too, but something different. All right, see you guys soon. All right, I'm back where I was this morning. It is about 6 o'clock, so I got like an hour and a half till sunset. I'm back at the red-winged blackbirds, so it looks like there's only one. So I'm going to look around. Oh, there it goes. Anyway, I'm going to look around and hoping to see deer or owls. That's the goal. Deer or owls. So once it gets closer to sunset, I'm going to really keep listening for sure for some hoots. So yep, all right. Wow, that red-tailed hawk looks really beautiful in that golden light right now. And then it took off. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep looking. Finally something though, right? A bird of prey at least. So, okay. See what else I can find. I'm calling it a day. That was pretty, it's been a pretty good day. Interesting vlog, you know, something different. I want to give it a try. Did a shoot at dawn, and then another shoot in the evening to dusk at the same spot. Yeah, I haven't heard any great horned owls, but they're known to be around here. A lot of frogs though. I don't know if you can hear them. And then yeah, there was a deer actually way out there, just for a brief moment, and turned around and ran into the forest. Probably saw me, even though it was far away, so I don't know why I would be the problem, but I decided to just turn around. Yeah, but that was pretty cool with the red-tailed hawk. I love that golden light on it. Unfortunately, I only got videos. A video, I should say, one video. But still pretty cool. Red-tailed hawks are hard to get photos of, so or videos. Either way, they're usually on power lines or just really, really high up, or not really ever close to eye level unless you're really high up somewhere. Where higher up, so you get a view of up high on the tree. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna call it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, so this is the first image we're gonna go over, and this is the red-winged, the red-winged blackbird. And what I love about this is a really good image to tackle composition. You know, we got it looking to the right. We got these beautiful green to brown blend of colors. I love the depth of field. And yeah, so what's cropped? You know, I think I want to keep this. I actually want to keep these trees. I might just have two versions of this picture too. Who knows? I don't know yet. But anyway. So let's crop it like this maybe. How about this? And look at this. So I'm gonna use this line. I usually keep, if I'm doing compositions, if it's looking to the left, for example, I'll focus around this part of the grid, of the crop grid, this line, these two, like this area. But this is going to be in this area. I'm going to try to keep it around, at least to get started with, I should say. But maybe I might go like this a little bit more, and then I'll be away from it. But I think right here. So I love this. You got the background here, and I just love this whole thing. So contrast, look at that. Highlights, maybe turn it down. Shadows, yeah, I think that's good right there. Whites, let's turn that down a little bit. Blacks, no, I think I keep that at 0. So maybe I'll turn up the shadows a little bit. And then vibrance 5, saturation's 5. I always do 5. I think it looks pretty good. But I just love this composition. I was originally going to crop this like this maybe, And that looks, I think I like that too. It's hard to, but I don't know. I think I like this. Seeing the trees. It's just, I love this, the background to go with this red-winged blackbird. Now, I'm going to use this picture. And, I could go like this if I want. Something like that. But the problem is, if I do want to go with this, I would have to remove all these branches from in Photoshop, and then it's going to look kind of weird because it's all going to the right. I mean, to me, I think it's going to look pretty weird. But this, I just love this, the blend of colors, and I feel like it just looks a lot more better, even if a bird is looking to the right like this, and then compared to the left, and having it, or to the right, having the bird or the animal, the subject, on the left side. And I think that's just because, well, we reread from the left to right. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good. And let's see here. Now, color mixer, we can adjust the yellows if you want. We can adjust the orange, the reds. Probably going to keep these at 0. I think it looks good, except actually, I'm going to bring back the yellows. Bump up the yellows. I'm going to go back to this. I did like that. And a little bit of the orange, not too much, but this is fine. The green, is this too much green? Let's see. Well, it's not much of a difference, really. I think that's just more of the yellow. So I was going to keep it at 0. But yeah, so this looks pretty good. Clarity, yeah. I usually do 15, around 15 for most of my photos. But I think it looks good. I like it. I love this background where this red-winged blackbird. I could duplicate this file and maybe just have different versions, like one cropped like this, other one cropped like this. Maybe just have one like this, even something more square. I might go back. I'm not sure yet. Now remember, when you're cropping, if you're going to be printing, you got to remember you want to be at minimum 3,000 pixels on the long side. Now I use Camera Raw, Adobe Camera Raw. So I don't use Lightroom, but you can see at the bottom here, you could see the dimensions. Okay, so we're in Photoshop now, and we're going to get rid of these two. It's just random. If it was like the rest of these things, we can, see them all coming from the frame. It wouldn't look so bad. But these two, quite random. So let's just remove that. We're going to make a new layer, and we're going to call it remove. And we're just going to use the tool, remove tool. And let's see, make sure you click on the layer. And just remove this. And then let's remove this. And there we go. Much better. Got these two things randomly sticking out the edge of the frame of this picture. And yeah, it looks pretty good. And then it's going to have to save it. Save this as a Photoshop document. And then save it as however you want, JPEG, however you're going to use it for social media, print, whatever. But make sure you save it as a JPEG. make sure you save this as a Photoshop first, so then you can always go back, and in case you made a mistake, you can go back and. All right, and then this photo, this northern flicker. Let's see, let's crop this, and I think that looks pretty good. Now we want to have more room on the left side because it's turned this way. The head and body's turned this way. But also, the other thing is it's kind of vertical. The body's all standing straight up. So let's kind of go with the flow of this crop. So let's make this kind of more of a vertical crop. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go a little bit, bring this higher up a little bit. Because we got this area. I feel like this is the area we want. And where it's going to be looking out, basically. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so let's do the contrast. And the highlights, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to bring the whites down. Highlights can go down a little bit. Shadows. I think that's good. Blacks. I think that's good too. And then vibrance and saturation. Go to 5. And let's see, color mixer. I mean, it's quite yellow or already. Orange, yellow, maybe. It's just way too yellow to me, I think. I might just gonna turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. I feel like no, I'm gonna keep everything else. I think it looks good. But yeah, I feel like there's too much yellow to me in this one. So I'm just gonna turn it a little bit. I don't like how much yellow is on here. Now the background, the blue, it might be a little too much too. Just a little bit as well. There you go. See, now the sky isn't so blue. I mean, just -10 compared to 0. Yeah, just look at that difference. All right. Now, masking, if you look at my previous vlog, I love masking. And sometimes it even comes in handy with light, direction of light like this. Might not be able to work. What I'm thinking about doing might not work as well because we just got one solid color, not really a blurred background like we were looking with the red-winged blackbird, which I would have done. What I'm thinking about, we would have done that, but the light was coming from behind me, like directly on the red-winged blackbird, and not coming from a direction like this from the left side, like this northern flicker. So let's try what I'm thinking about doing. So linear, let's go figure out where the direction the light's coming from. So it looks like it's straight, almost perfectly horizontal. So we're going to go like this. I'm probably just going to always start from all the way from the right. And maybe exposure. Let's try whites, highlights. And see, now we got white. So maybe we could visit the white from the mask, and with the blue is not working so great with the blue background. So yeah, maybe just turn up the temperature, get a little bit. Let's try this dehaze, see how this looks. Yeah, I'm not really liking it for this one. So another thing we can do is the linear, And let's kind of try another linear here. Let's try this. And let's darken it. Yeah, there we go. So I think I like this. Just put it back to, let's go back to 0. Yeah, there we go. I think I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to have to remove this. This is random. I'm thinking, it looks like a little bug right there. I'm thinking just to remove this whole thing, all these branches, all of it. I'm thinking I'm just going to remove all this and just leave this one big branch, everything over here the same. And then everything else goes. That's what I'm thinking about doing. So, let's do it. I'm going to remove it. So make a layer, remove layer, and yeah. Okay, so luckily we have this a solid color in the background, so we can actually use the healing brush tool and just get the blue out of here, or use the blue, sorry. Use the blue to get rid of these black spots that you can kind of see from the remove tool. It's pretty good. I got these bugs. Should I keep it? I think it's might as well just remove these random bugs. I think they're bugs. They look like bugs. Just gonna remove them. It's pointless. They're tiny. And I'm just using the spot healing brush tool. Okay. Nice. Just remove these black spots really quick from the remove tool. Use healing. It's not going as well as I was hoping. Try the spot healing. There we go, that's better. Now look at that, that's random. See if we get rid of that. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Looks good. Okay, what we got down here? We're gonna do a little something different. So we still see these black spots. We're gonna try using the polygonal tool, lasso tool. And then we're going to go up to the top, File, Edit, Fill, and Content Aware. There we go. Oh, we got more bugs. Look at these bugs. There's still this black area. Kind of see it. Do the same thing, Edit, Fill, and Content Aware. There we go. But yeah, these bugs, let's do spot, healing. Or not healing, not a selection. No. Spot healing. Now we still got this weird dark area, so let's try this. See how that looks. Yeah, there we go. It's really hard to tell, but it's fine. Get that spot area. There we go. All right, I'm gonna save this really quick for after that much work. Don't hate to start over. Now look at this. Look at the difference. See, now that's before, after remove. Looks good. Now, the other thing is this flicker is kind of soft. The focus is a little bit soft on it, and I want to have it a little bit sharper. Just a little bit. So we're going to make another layer. We're going to call it Sharpen. And whoops again. Okay. Sharpen. There we go. And we're going to go to the top. We're going to filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. Let's see here. Hit the remove. Yeah, I like that more. See, it's a little bit more sharper. %, as usually I like to start with. And then 1.0 pixel, 0% noise reduction, because I already had that done with denoise, Topaz denoise. Lens blur, I mean, I just keep it like here, lens blur. so yeah, it looks a little bit better. It's a little bit sharpened. I like it. I'm gonna keep it right here. Now, we only want the northern flicker to be sharpened. So we're gonna hit this the layer mask icon here to do the layer mask, and then we're gonna do Command I for Mac or Control I for Windows. So to invert it, and so yeah, to invert the layer, and then we're gonna hit B for brush, and we're gonna make it bigger, zoom in a little bit, and I'm just gonna brush over the flicker to sharpen only the flicker. And make sure you have the white and black colors here on the left here. You want to be using the white for the brush with the layers for the mask, layer mask. I like to use the backward slash key to hit that so you can see. Sometimes it'll do that and do the opposite, inverts. There we go. Okay. So now we can see where we want the area, where we only want to be sharpened. The area where we only want to be sharpened. And there we go. That's it. We've got it. So just off and on really quick. So yeah, it's a little bit sharpened, the flicker, and it's pretty good. Alright, well, these are just the 2 photos I wanted to show. So I hope you guys maybe learned something. I just want to be generous and share my process of editing. So if you didn't learn anything, oh, that's okay. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video.